John Higgins breaks off. I have to say, John, he's having an easy ride at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm afraid his opponent, the world number one, is mentally running on fumes a bit. Has been for most of the day. I'm absolutely convinced that Ding Junhui's taking the best out of him. But you've got to learn to play through adversity. Not every session's easy and goes your way, but there's no doubt about it. The way Ding Junhui played in that semi pushed him all the way. And he's had to come back to work today, and it's just not been there.
Yes, as I've quoted our former colleague Clive Everton on many occasions, but I think that summed it up, marathon of the mind, and it is. It's 17 days of tough snooker, and you live and breathe it.
Yes, and in fairness, John's had hard matches as well, and he's bemused by that cushion there because it's been trapping all day and all of a sudden it's pinged off. Let's have a look, or maybe he's played for the higher red. Whichever one he played on, he's betwixt and between.
Yeah, well, I personally think he overhit it. I thought he'd have played for the one immediately above the black. Whatever, he's on nothing. No plant this time.
Yeah, going back to that, I say John had his
Higgins,
two real tough matches to start off with. Martin Gould must have been one of the worst qualifiers you could have got. Very talented player. Had him first round. And then the match with Mark Allen was an absolute classic. 13-9 there, but Higgins made two clearances in there that were vintage. And Mark Allen, well, if he plays like that, he'll go very close to winning a world championship himself, Mark. That was a brilliant performance, and unfortunately for him, John Higgins was at his best. So he had those tough two matches, and then been relatively comfortable. The quarter-final, Kyron Wilson, John said he didn't play, and Barry Hawkins wasn't at his best either, so comfortable for him the last two to get here.
Now can Mark get past the green? It's tight. Not certain he can, but you tell better if you're behind the shot. He'd love to be able to get to it because he'd play the pot. Now this is what he's saying. Do you think he can see enough of it? No, not quite. And that's why he's playing the safety. But needs a good safety here, needs a good cue ball. Red's going towards the corner, it's not gone in. Got a good cue ball, but no good when you leave a red over a pocket.
One.
It's never been any different, the game, has it? When you're in front, you always get the little nudges, the helpful little nudges, and he's perfect on this thing to try and open some reds here. Ooh, but the pace kept the pink out. So an unexpected opportunity now for Mark Selby. Strange game, snooker, isn't it? You can play the best safety shot in the world and not get a chance. You see the pace, the power, how the balls jump. Goes without saying, Mark has got to make the best of this.
Yep, from somewhere he's got to find a bit. mentioned earlier, he's not world #1 for no reason.
8.
Generally a master of finding a way to win. But at the moment, he's just got to find a way to survive, or this match is going to go west.
9.
It's okay. Wordsmay's got a red to the right centre.
16. 17.
Good shot.
24.
Asking a lot, I know, but if you could just win in one visit or get back scoring just to win a frame in an easier fashion, just give him a little boost for the last couple of frames.
Yeah, and as you roll that red in, I noticed there's 2 reds at the top of that cluster of 4. It's a certain plant into the left corner, so he doesn't have to do much here. Doesn't have to play a cannon. The plant's on. Wow, he played the cannon. That looked a certain plant to me. Why would you play the cannon? Well, decent shot. Didn't have to do much with the cue ball, make the pot a bit easier. When I say didn't have much to do with the cue ball, he knew he'd be on the yellow. But now this cue ball's travelling from one end of the table to the other. It's all about line and length. 24 points the lead. The 4 reds in the middle of the table might just about get him there. Maybe one of the awkward reds needed. He's got to take this chance. Well, thinks he can control the cue ball better off the brown. Right in the heart of the pocket. Good shot.
$37. $38.
Well, like John Higgins before him, when John potted that black in the middle and was a little bit surprised with the bounce. It's happened to Mark Selby. I think the fact if he is straight on the black though, he may be able to play for the red to the right middle. Well, he may just have an angle just to stun for a red in the corner.
Yeah, the thing with the table is if it cushion's trapping the white and it's doing it all the time, that's fair enough. You can start to allow for it, but it's when you're playing for it and it doesn't happen, it starts getting inconsistent. That's what the players don't like. Played that with a little bit of side.
46.
And this is an excellent contribution from Mark at the minute. Survival instincts are kicking in.
Yeah, it's John Higgins is Miss Pink, open the reds, and when you at this level, when you miss when you're in, it usually costs you the frame.
54.
That looks like the case now. This blue will put Mark 50 points in front. Just a quick glance at the scoreboard. So we need red, black, and one of these reds near the side cushion. Red and the black will put in 58
59.
points in front. with 59 remaining.
$60.
So just the red now to get to snookers. Well, the red and the colour as it turns out. I'm sorry, just the red. Obviously, when he knocks the red in, there'll only be 51 remaining. You'll be pleased to see this red disappear.
Well played, Mark Selby. Great contribution under the cosh. Might as well number one.
Yes, couldn't agree with you more.
73. Okay.
There's a lot of pressure on him. Okay, John Higgins missed the pink, opened up the reds, but there was pressure on him to take this opportunity. And he's taken it really well. I thought the red was going to stay there, it wouldn't matter.
74.
Well, it'd be nice if he could make a century. I think this packed Crucible audience liked a century. Ooh, he played a cannon on the red further up the side cushion. Now he's not got it.
81.
Unless he plays an outrageous double. This will be end of break. And it is, but he'll be very relieved, Mark Selby. He'll stop the rot. He'll stop the rot. And, well, it's just one step in the right direction. But it's a good one. John Higgins now leads by 10 frames to 5.